Hey guys, welcome to another Magic the Gathering Arena video. Goldin here. So today is the official release day of the new set, Theros Beyond Death. And to kick it off, we're going to be playing an Esper deck. But this Esper deck is all revolving around the card Kiora, Best the Sea God. So this is a 7 mana enchantment saga that says on the first lore counter, create an 8/8 blue Kraken creature token with hexproof. On the second lore counter, taps all non-land permanents the opponent controls. And on the third one, you gain control of a target permanent an opponent controls. So I was able to resolve this a few times, and each time I won the game. So if you can get this down, you win the game. So because I wanted to play this card so bad, I decided to try an Esper control build around it to hopefully help us get there. So some of the new cards I included as well was Thassa's Intervention. This card, at first, I thought may have been a little bit expensive at times to run 4 copies of. I'm only running 3, but after playing it, honestly, it feels good. So to have the option on their turn to either draw 2 cards, use up mana to search for through more than 2 cards to kind of filter out those draws as well, or essentially counter your opponent almost every single time, is very strong. It gives you a lot of play, which is big in a control deck. So you want to have a lot of options, and this one card gives you multiple options on how you play it. So I would probably up this to 4. In the games that I'm going to show you next, I kept it at this build right here, so I'm going to go through this one. Theros I put in there because there are a lot of stuff in the new set that creature cards and graveyards to play them with escape mechanics. I think this card is better suited for the sideboard. I have it there in the main board just right now since everybody's trying out the new set. I thought it would be a good idea to keep it in there. But the lifelink and the menace and the vigilance on it on turn 3 can really help against aggro builds for sure. So there's an argument to put 2 or 3 copies in the main board as well, depending on how the meta shapes up. And last but not least, Metamize Prophecy. This card is strong in Esper. I mean, 4 copies of it might actually be good. Obviously, it's kind of slow, so if against aggro, you're going to probably board this out. But the Scry is really good to fix your lands, to get the cards you want, prevent flood. And then when you choose the card name, a lot of times I put this on 2. Chose my card name as Kaya's Wrath, and on 4 cleared the board and drew 2 cards. So it helps you restock it helps you get past that turn 4 and then just have fuel to go on to the rest. So I was surprised with these. Obviously, we'll see how the meta shapes up. You'll see one game against blue-green that didn't turn out so well. So that deck is still pretty good, but against the refined deck, I had a little bit of trouble with it, but it was fun anyways, and I'm going to stop talking now and enjoy the gameplay. Alright, so let's do this. Good. Alright, Thought Erasure. Got Thassa's Intervention to draw a counter. I like it. This deck I feel like in a like a blue-white control deck will be good. Or even just like a blue control. Speaking of blue, let's see what kind of blue deck he's playing. Okay, there's Opt. I wonder if this is, oh no, this is just Ramp. Simic Ramp. I'm going to play this eventually, but we're going to take, for now, I could take Opt, but I'm going to take Nissa. Just start. I'm going to keep that. I want all the counters I can get. So it's going to be a minute till we can get to his Cavaliers. He has all the big threats right now, so pay. Locked. Growth Spiral. I could counter this just to be funny. Not really just to be funny, but stop him from ramping. Because if I can get up there, once I get to a certain point, he's not going to be able to. And if I keep drawing the same card over and over again, it's not a problem. If it's op, that's fine. I'm not that worried about the draw. I was more worried about the ramp. So he has Finale of Devastation. So if this is a Simic ramp deck, he's saving that for like an Endra's Forerunners. Tempo. Let's go. All right. Use it for a single card draw. It's okay. I have the Scry. I know the card. Scry. Okay, Absorb is good. We're getting to the point where we're going to want to keep countering his stuff, so. We have counters open. Risen Reef. But we'll counter that. So I have Ashiok, but next turn he's going to try to put down the Cavalier, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to wait. If he tries to play around the counters, I'm just going to use Thassa's Intervention to draw cards. Perfect. So I just said how I was not so sure about this card, but it's putting in work right now. Alright, so we're going to... It keeps Absorb open here. So we're going to Thought Erasure. Take the Nissa out of his hand again. Mortify. Gets rid of the Cavalier, but... Yeah, it's really the only thing I have to do with that Cavalier right now. Into that tap. So, what I really want to see is like... Kiora Best to Sea God, something like that. I haven't seen any counters from him yet, so I'm sure he's going to board them in. So I got to be ready for that. Big Krasis. So it gets two cards. Alright, so... Okay. So he's open now to casting the Cavalier, which I'm sure he'll do. Unless he drew another Nissa, which is very possible. Nissa would be a better play to get that down while I can, but I could very well. Okay. Now, the problem with this is I can only bounce, which isn't good for me. Bounce it. So Mortify's open if he tries to... Okay. Agent of Treachery. That's actually super bad. So I can mortify the Agent of Treachery, but that doesn't really accomplish anything. So the fact that I just keep drawing lands is bad. I think we're probably gonna lose. I wonder if he's running Thassa to flash, to like flicker in Risen Reefs. Blue-green is still broken. Yeah. This game's over. Alright. Okay, so we have Aether Gust. Bringing the Mystical Disputes because I know he's going to be bringing in... Ashiok. Mortifies are okay, but with Kai is bad. Take Faye out. Go like that. Okay, this is better. Drop one of the fairies. So we're gonna play into this because I have a second one. Oh, actually, never mind. Brazen Borrow? Nope. Didn't even have a growth site. Risen Reef. I mean, I'll bounce. I can bounce that and then Body Erasure.
I have a plan.
Holy Risen Reef. Well, I guess I'll take one of those. I'm gonna keep that. I want to have one of those in. If I would have had one of those last game, I would have been able to close out the game. So, plus, this is the whole reason I'm playing this deck is just to play this card. So, might as well.
Got it.
Wait, hopefully he plays some cards first. I'm gonna let him kill Teferi. I have another one anyways, and hopefully he can commit more to the board before I Kai's Wrath him. Be smart he won't, but he's thinking hard. He's thinking real hard. Okay, well, I guess that's probably the best bet. Clear that. So, another land would be good here. Not that one, though. Need to take out some of these temples. I have too many of them. Yeah, we'll keep that. Ashiok. Ooh, that was a lot of disdainful strokes in cavalry. Alright. It gets rid of his graveyard, which is good. Get rid of Uro. Another land I can Kiora. Oh wait, no, I'm getting. Never mind. It's like I forgot to put Kaya's Wrath on the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nissa.
You will not fail. Behold, nature's true power.
It's a problem. Hopefully he has an end raise, and I'm able to get rid. I didn't get rid of it yet, so maybe he doesn't have an end raise in there. But he has something. He was going to kill that anyways, and he has so much mana at this point that... I did bring in D-Sparks. I have stuff to deal with Nissa. Unfortunately, it might be too late. Yeah, blue-green is going to just be even more unstoppable than it was before. I mean, this is just normal blue Simic ramp. Just with Uro in it. Looks like he probably only has one copy. I do have 4 copies in the deck I'm going to be running, so I'm excited to try that out, even though I'm saving it, though. I want to try the fun stuff while we can. Where are we at? He does have it. Ugh. Word. I need another Kaya's Wrath. Oh, alright. Screw it. Oh, shit. I'm assuming he puts Endray's Forerunners back on top and I lose anyways, but even still, that's hilarious. Okay. Look how much mana. This is ridiculous. Nissa. That's game. Alright. Well, we've seen that Blue-Green X is still super good. Silver Haze. Let's go. Okay, we only have 2 lands. We have some Scry, some early plays. We got a mulligan. We gotta get a good... Okay, well that's not much better, but get rid of Ashiok. At least we have Watery Grave, we have all of our colors, and we have the Scry effect, so that's a little bit better. On turn 2 we can do Prophecy card here. That's the bottom. Get the Scry. We need to get lands. So there's one land. We don't need that. Coming in tapped, and we have 3 Teferis in our hand. But other than that, we should be okay. We'll see what he does here. If he drops something, we can probably bounce it. Savvy Hunter, okay. Okay, so Teferi's going down this turn. Probably gonna do Knoros. I haven't really figured out how to pronounce that card yet, but Knoros sounds fine, I guess. Kunaros. Oh my god. I've drawn more Teferis than I have lands. There's a land. See what he decides to play. I'm gonna put another one of my Teferis down. Bounce whatever it is. He has a Casualties of War. Alright, so that's 6. So he can play it next turn. I can just hold up Absorb. Okay, so I can either mortify this or absorb. I'm going to absorb it. I'll get the life. Because I'm assuming that's going to be his next turn. I mean, it's not a very good one, except for I'm mana screwed. But he hits the Kunaros and one of my lands. If he hits my white mana, that's probably the worst. Still got another one. Yeah, we're gonna put Teferi down again. We're gonna minus it, get the card draw. We're running 25 lands in this deck, and we've gotten mana screwed in almost every game that we've played. I don't really understand. Second Casualties of War. We're going to keep lands. That's really all we want is lands. Don't even need the scry, we just need lands. It's fine. Also fine. So, I think we will probably, well, we're going to Teferi Time Raveler. And this turn, we're going to take out the Savvy Hunter. Basically gained 1 life in that exchange. So we're bouncing with Teferi. Okay, so we're going to bounce the token. Perfect. Actually, now that we've drawn Thought Erasure, yeah, no, I'm still bouncing the token.
Might be a bad idea.
Have D-Spark. I could use D-Spark to take that out. I also have Mortify. End turn. We'll wait. Okay, for now we're going to mortify The Murderous Rider. Keeps Teferi alive. Okay. It's gonna pay. Get the big Kraken down! We got a big Kraken. Haha! That's a beautiful sight to behold. An 8/8 hexproof token. Nice goose. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now we're gonna Teferi first. Teferi to bounce. Let's see, he has 2 mana. Murderous Rider. Gonna thought erase the Murderous Rider. No. I'm gonna despark Tolsimir. He just has a bunch of goose. So now I take the goose. I'll take that. And that's game. Oh wait, no it's not. He has the food, but it will be game.
Here we go.
Nope. Alright, game 1. Okay, so bringing the Kai's Wraths. Despark was good. Aether Gust is good. Take out one Ashiok. Got the Fae. I'm just going to leave 3 Kai's Wraths. Take out both Ashioks. It's not really... By the time I get to that point, I've probably won. So I really would just want to make sure I can answer the Innkeepers. Mortifies came in handy because they were a removal, but... they're kind of expensive. Now that I have more Tyrant Squad, I'm going to take another one of those out. And we'll drop one of the Prophecy cards. Hopefully my draws are better. I mean, I was able to fix them with the Scries. But if I can actually draw lands the way I should, that would be good. So let's see what we got. All right. Okay. So this is fine. We have some scries early. It's a fairy. Slow them down. Dovin's Veto. So we're keeping that one for sure. All right. So start with the Temple of Enlightenment. Nope. Okay. Rocking the Hollowed Fountain in case tries to cast something with Dovin's Veto. Okay, so drop the fairy. Use the ambusher. He should have probably waited until after, because now I can. So that was probably a misplay on his part. Oh wait, he had the flash. No, he had to do it that way. Questing Beast, okay. So, could use one of those Kaya's Wraths right about now. Fortunately, so he's going to put down the Night Pack Ambusher if I don't do it at the end of my turn, so I might as well mortify his Questing Beast. Get rid of that. We'll see if he has Nissa. Decides to do the Ambusher. Guess he tried to do that while I was tapped out, hoping that I didn't have counter, I guess. Just gonna bounce it again. Do that in case he has a Nissa. Or Garrick. He's playing right into it. I'm assuming this game is going to be over here shortly. Okay, so the only thing, I don't have an answer for that. That's the only problem. You can't flash in if I do this though, so that's... So we're going to get rid of that. Drop Kunaros. Tapped out now, but all of his lands anyways, so there's Tolsimir, it's going to fight that. Fortunately it fights, so at least I get the lifelink out of it. So that's Aether Gust.
Here goes nothing.
We need the Scry. And to the bottom. Can't flash in, so he's gonna have to wait. Great hench. Need to get that, take care of that, so.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Mana Screw is killing me this game. Or the Flood. Okay, I'll let that go. So I've drawn 18 cards and have 11 lands. And I scried some to the bottom too. Well, that's magic. Oh, there's another land. Great. Not sure why he keeps doing that on his turn. I guess that one makes sense because he can... Still, not the right ordering. Alright, this game. Okay. What are you gonna do when you draw every land in the game? Alright. We leave it like that. There's nothing wrong with it. One game we get stuck on 4 lands. The other game we get nothing but lands. That's how it goes. Okay, we'll keep. Scry. Oh, do I keep it? I am, because I have Thassa's Intervention. I can draw with those cards, so even if I flood a little bit, it's okay. Casualties of War is bad. Night Pack Ambusher, Savvy Hunter, Mortify. I'm going to take the Ambusher. Okay, after that tapped. Okay, so that's better. We're in a little bit better position now. So unfortunately, again, we're missing a land drop.
Let's try this.
That's good. That's a turn. I would rather him Casualties of War me than Garrick me. Because Garrick is value over time, whereas Casualties of War is just one big. So I think long run, that's better. Anything I really do here. So I have the counter. I'm gonna leave that open. But I am gonna pay for it, just in case he doesn't do anything. I can draw the cards. Everything he has right now, this isn't instant speed. So, and I'm not under pressure right now with damage. Wicked Wolf, so if I do this for 2, he can't answer it. But I don't have anything to do with the 3rd mana, so I might as well do it for 3. He's able to Mortify. He's not. That isn't really useful to him right now. So I'm probably gonna Teferi my Othakaya because. Okay, that changes it a little bit.
I got it.
So now I have Dovin's Veto, so if he tries to Casualties of War, I can counter it. I can also counter that.
This might be a bad idea.
Turning the corner now. This is good. Hopefully does Casualties of War. Perfect.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Okay, so now I have Kai's Wrath at instant speed, I have D-Spark, and then I can start turning out tokens to win. He's just speeding it along. I'm just looking for win conditions.
I'll protect you.
Okay. Paid for it. I'm gonna de-spark that while I can. Alright. Perfect. And that's going to be game. The big old Kraken comes down and says, nope. Got him. Nice. All right, awesome. We'll end it on that one. Thank you guys for watching. See you tomorrow.